on services and facilities in Biluhu Beach. The group with the management also applied the health protocols to visitors to minimize the transmission of COVID-19. Owan Uda, Hashim Makruh, TVRI Gorontalo.
To overcome potholes in John Aryo Katili Street, or as known as Andala Street in Gorontalo City, Gorontalo Province Public Works and Spatial Planning Department is waiting for disbursement of loan funds, Pemulihan Ekonomi Nasional PEN, as much as 40 billion rupiah.
Professor Dr. John Aryo Katili Street, or as known as Andala Street in Gorontalo City, is not in its best condition. Many riders and drivers with various sizes of vehicle admit that they should be really careful when passing the street due to the potholes. To respond to this, the head of the Office of Highways in Gorontalo Province Public Works and Spatial Planning Department, Megawati Isa, states that since 2020 they have planned to revitalize the street, but it's postponed due to refocusing budget. In 2021 they plan to revitalize it, but they're still waiting for the disbursement of this harvest with other people in need. Herni Tanango, Hashim Makruh, TVRI Gorontalo.
Another information will be right back after this commercial break. Thank you for watching, and now we're moving to another news. The pandemic moves so many people, it's hard to share with another, like what's done by one of the TVRI Gorontalo's employees.
There are various ways of sharing in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, like social activities done by one of the TVRI Gorontalo's employees that known as one of the hydroponics farmers in Gorontalo City. In the moment of celebrating 76 years of Indonesian Independence Day, Agus deliberately shared his harvest with the employees in TVRI Gorontalo. Agus states that he got motivated because he wants to help people in need, especially in the middle of the pandemic. He also hopes that by consuming vegetables, the employees will be healthier and make them easier to avoid illness in this pandemic. A simple move of Agus Nurdin makes him receive a lot of compliments because he's willingly shared his harvest with other people in need. Herni Tanango, Hashim Makruh, TVRI Gorontalo.
The Education Department of Gorontalo Province states the parental involvement in supporting children's study is very important in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The head of Education Department of Gorontalo Province states that the learning activities for the school students are currently being doing at home, by online or offline learning, including a group studying. Learning from home is a solution in the middle of COVID-19 because this method also protects the teacher and the students from the transmission of COVID-19. The Education Department asks parents and families to be able to accompany their children's learning activities at home to maximize them in following a class. Parental guidance becomes one of the most important indicators to support children's learning activities, especially in online learning. The government also coordinating with some stakeholders regarding face-to-face learning in school by considering the COVID-19 case in each region. Awan Uda, Faisal Abbas, TVRI Gorontalo.
The COVID-19 vaccination held by Navy soldier Lanal Gorontalo has reached more than 5,000 people. The vaccination people could be improved with many strategies that will be applied.
Navy soldier Lanal Gorontalo keeps holding the COVID-19 vaccination for the coastal community. From the beginning of this vaccination, there are more than 5,000 coastal communities that have been vaccinated. The current vaccination service has held in Tilamuta Fish Auction Harbor or PPI Pentadu Timur Bolemo. The Commandant of Naval Base Lanal Gorontalo Marine Lieutenant Colonel Homa Sugama states that the ball pick-up strategy is one of the most effective strategies to improve vaccination achievement. The obstacle of this service is the low participation from the community to follow this vaccination as a result of the hoax. For that to succeed this vaccination, various educative efforts have been done. Meanwhile, the temporary regent of Bolemo, Agustus, that present in this vaccination service states that to get rid of hoax about this vaccination, his team asked Bolemo Department of Communication and Information Technology to create actual information to give education about the importance of vaccination in various media platforms. In this location, the Navy soldiers also held a vaccination service for children on the age of 12 above. Lanal Gorontalo has been doing various approaches. One of them is to ask these children, that mostly students, to go on the KL Limboto 2833 worship. Zemail Abdul Aziz, Ipong Steve, TVRI Gorontalo.
Now we're moving to another news. The price of the PCR test fell by 45% from the previous price. Republic of Indonesia Health Ministry has decided the highest price for real-time polymerase chain reaction test for Java and Bali Island, and so do the other islands. For Gorontalo will be started the next week.
Republic of Indonesia Health Ministry officially lowered the price of swab real-time polymerase chain reaction test in Java and Bali to 495,000 rupiah, and for the other islands become 555,000 rupiah. This information is confirmed by the head of Gorontalo Province Health Department, Dr. Yanayanti Suleman, that this policy is an instruction from President Joko Widodo to ease the community. Dr. Yanayanti Suleman states that currently the health department will still coordinating with other stakeholders, especially the private parties, on applying the latest price of swab, PCR and rapid antigen test in Gorontalo. Yanayanti Suleman hopes that in the movement of 76 years of Indonesian Independence Day, the community is willingly to get swab test and vaccination. Zulhafiz Tadore, Wahyu Talib, TVRI Gorontalo.
Please do not go anywhere because Gorontalo's news service will be right back after this com break.
Pemirsa TVRI, pandemi COVID-19 belum berakhir. Sesuai anjuran Presiden, kita semua wajib pakai masker. Jangan pernah lepas masker. saat bertemu orang lain. Mari disiplin. Indonesia pulih, Indonesia bisa.
Saat beraktivitas, jangan lupa untuk memakai double masker.
Pusat Pengendalian dan Pencegahan Penyakit Amerika Serikat (CDC) mengatakan,
Masker double bisa efektif dalam mencegah penularan COVID-19.
Masuknya berbagai varian baru menuntut kita untuk lebih ketat memproteksi diri.
Tapi,
memakai masker double
penggunaannya juga harus tepat.
Ini dia panduannya.
Di saat pandemi sekarang ini, mari kita lebih menjaga diri untuk keselamatan bangsa yang kita cintai. Kita buat Indonesia tersenyum lagi.
Kurangi bepergian, hindari kerumunan, pakai masker dan selalu untuk mencuci tangan, menjaga kebersihan di rumah dan lingkungan. Kesehatan diri itu harus diutamakan. Ikutilah himbauan protokoler kesehatan, anjuran pemerintah janganlah kita abaikan, karena itu semua demi keselamatan bangsa Indonesia akan terbebas dari ancaman.
COVID-19 bisa kita hindari bila kita punya kesadaran diri untuk selalu menjaga kesehatan diri sendiri agar Indonesia tersenyum kembali.
The regional government of Bode Bolango Regency holding a mass vaccination in every village. Nevertheless, not so many visitors comes to the Duano village vaccination services.
This is the situation of the COVID-19 vaccination service held by Bone Bolango Health Department with the local public health center. The number of vaccination participants is not as expected by the village headman Ayub Irianto Haju. He explains that from 1,000 people in this village, there are only 10% get vaccinated. Even though the service has been announced in advance by the police, military, and health department, the community's low enthusiasm is suspected as a result of the hoax in the middle of society. To improve the vaccination target in Duano, the government will give education and information to the community until the lowest level. It is hoped to build society's excitement on following this vaccination. Herni Tanango, Hashim Ma'ruf, TVRI Gorontalo.
We're moving to another news. Some of the Gorontalo PPLP karate athletes start doing serious training to compete in Students National Sport Week 2022 at South Sumatra.
The karate team of PPLP Gorontalo will send their athletes to compete in the Karate Sports branch in Students National Sports Week 2022 at South Sumatra. The karate coach of PPLP Gorontalo, Ricky Dama, states that his athletes are currently focusing on their training to improve their skill physically and technically. The training schedule is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning and the evening. On Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday in the morning and afternoon. They are currently focusing on 70% techniques, 30% physics, and improving their speed and reactions. The coach states that the gold medal is the main target and minimum every athlete could make it until the final round. He admits that his athletes are the mainstay of Gorontalo province because even in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, the competition is being even harder. Thus, he keeps reminding the athletes to train harder because their competitors are similar to those who follow the PPLP National Championship. With hard working and routine training, Ricky Dama hopes that they will achieve the best result and make Gorontalo proud, especially in karate sports branch. Ferdi Sanggor, TVRI Gorontalo.
In the middle of the soaring COVID-19 case in some regions, we continue to invite the viewers to be disciplined to implement the health protocol by wearing a mask properly, keeping a distance, washing hands with soap in flowing water, stay away from the crowd, and limiting mobilities and interactions. Let's support the government's national vaccination program. If you already get vaccinated, keep obey the health protocol to protect yourself and your family. Indonesia's recovering because of me. Indonesia's recovering because of you. Indonesia's recovering because of us. And that's all for today's Gorontalo's News Service. I am Zulhafiz Tadore. Goodbye and have a good day.
di dalam hati. Panjatkan doa, ungkapkan cinta lewat nada dan kata. Bernyanyi.
Proklamasi kami, bangsa Indonesia, dengan ini menyatakan kemerdekaan Indonesia. Hal-hal yang mengenai pemindahan kekuasaan dan lain-lain diselenggarakan dengan cara saksama dan dalam tempo yang setingkat-tingkatnya. Jakarta, 17 Agustus 1945, atas nama bangsa Indonesia, Soekarno, Hatta.
Dunia yang kita huni bersama sedang mengalami cobaan yang berat, yaitu pandemi COVID-19. Tapi kita tidak akan pernah menyerah. Keselamatan rakyat adalah yang utama. Kita akan terus membangun dan menjaga pertumbuhan. Indonesia tangguh, Indonesia tumbuh. Dirgahayu Republik Indonesia. Merdeka!